Greetings, students. Welcome to another TPTube recording for the module Strategies to Support Learners with Diverse Needs, INC4804. Even though I know you know us now, but I am IL Mkhuma, a primary lecturer, and Dr. Enza Johnson is your secondary lecturer. The outline of the presentation today will include welcome, purpose of the presentation, some details on assignment 4 and 5, and a recap on student support, as well as departmental support procedure, and I will make conclusions. Students, the purpose of assignment 4 is summarized as follows: to design and implement the support plan for a learner who is experiencing barriers to learning due to the diverse needs. You will remember that in your assignment 2, you were requested to select a category of disability or diversity. In this assignment, you have to use the same category that you selected as an individual and do this assignment. Please read the assessment criteria for the module, because this is where the core of how you will be assessed is in. There are some questions that I would like to clarify here in assignment 4. For example, the category that you will use of disability or diversity is your own choice. You can draw from the category that you have selected in assignment 3. That will assist you because you are building on something that you have already done. You have some literature, you have read about it, you are also aware of some of the theories in that specific category that you selected. Once you have identified or listed the category from your assignment 3, then you can work on your SMART objectives and align them to your support activities. Remember that your activities in this assignment, which is support activities, should be firmly aligned with your objectives. For example, if you have an objectives that says at the end of this lesson, a learner will be able to read 5 words per week, then in your activities, you have something that is about supporting students who are orphans. That means that in your work, there is no alignment, and you will be unfortunately penalized for that. You are also expected to find your most relevant articles. I want to stress that they shouldn't be less over 5 years older. If you do that, you will also be penalized. In our previous assignment, some of our students indicated that they are not aware of this principle that when you write, you have to use articles that are not 5 years older. When you start your assignment, you have to provide details of the context of the learner and also provide 2 theories. For example, one student will select Ubuntu as a theory and use it together with von Brenner to explore the support for a learner who is affected by racial discrimination. Remember, when you're selecting a theory should be appropriate to the event, to the support. You cannot have a theory that does not support what you are planning to do. There should be that alignment. The 2 theories that you will select should be aligned to the nature of the work that you will be doing. This is just my lay example that one can combine Ubuntu and Brun van Brenner to explore issues around or to explore support for a learner who is affected by racial discrimination. In your category, you can also explore or look at the theories that are appropriate for that specific issue. When you actually write your support plan, remember to use pseudonym for the learner as well as the school. You are not allowed to use the exact name of the learner for ethical reasons, as well as the exact name of the school. It's either you create an imaginary school or you use a learner that you actually know who is experiencing barrier in that specific category. But the details should not be the exact details of the school and that of the learner, but the age. You can use the correct age of the learner. For example, one learner is 16 years old and is still in grade 8 and experiencing reading and writing problems or barriers, or is experiencing problems related to socio-economic barriers. That will be appropriate. So the age is very important. It will give us as markers the clue about the nature of the problem. Once you have established the context, you should then develop clear objectives. I have noticed that some of our students develop very abstract objectives that cannot be achieved. For example, if you say at the end of this learning support activity, the learner should be able to understand. It's so difficult to qualify understanding if someone has indeed understand what you intended him to understand. And if you want to go in a smart way, you can think about saying at the end of this learning support activity, the learner should be able to count from numbers 1 up to 100 and count back. That can be monitored if at the end of the lesson, if the learner can indeed count. But if you say understand counting, that is too abstract and it cannot be measured. So I have suggested a template in the tutorial letter. Please familiarize yourself with the template. The template is not prescriptive. You can design your own template, but what is in the tutorial letter should guide you about the type of information that we require you to have. For example, there should be a name of the learner, the grade, the school. There should be details about maybe where the school is. There should be details about how long will your support plan take. Things like that, the context of the learning, and other items that we have listed in tutorial letter 101. Remember, in the past, students used to say to us, can I use the departmental template, the CS template? I don't have any objections to that, but then remember that this is your personal assessment. Assessment as a student is not a departmental, is not for departmental use, and therefore you are welcome to create your own template, but include everything that we have outlined in tutorial letter 101. You should also have time frames. For example, that if you have 5 activities, that the first activity will take 1 hour. The second activity will also take 1 hour. The third activity will take 30 minutes. So you make calculations that the entire support activity or support plan will take maybe 3 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, 30 minutes, something like that. But there should be an indication of how long is your support activity going to take. In assignment 3, you submitted as a group. But in this assignment, you are expected to write it as an individual. You are not going back to your group, to the people that you were working with in assignment 3. Now you are working as an individual. We expect you and we will award you some marks for writing academically. We expect you to include in-text referencing and also add references at the end. Your assignment should be well presented as a postgraduate student. It should have a cover page. It should have a well-developed content page and the content as well as the references. The numbers that you use in the assignment should be in line with the number of system that we have used in tutorial letter 101. And remember that you should submit at least a few days before the actual submission date. This will help you to avoid the traffic related to the system failure as it happened in the previous assignment. So if you submit 2 days before, then you know that on the day of the submission, you are safe, your assignment is submitted and you're off the hook. I think in assignment 4, these were crucial issues that we wanted to clarify. Now, since this is a continuous assessment module, there is assignment 5. You are not expected to write assignment 5 unless you want to replace assignment 2 or assignment 3 or assignment 4. Assignment 5 in this module serves as your supplementary exam or accredited exam, because when other students write a supplementary exam or accredited, you will not have that opportunity. Assignment 5 serves as your supplementary exam or your accredited. At the end of the year, all students in this module should have submitted 4 assignments. That is assignment 1, assignment 2, assignment 3, and assignment 4. So if you have, for example, failed assignment 2, you can do assignment 5 to improve your marks and have 4 assignments with good marks. The system will pick up the assignments with good marks, 4 assignments with good marks. And if you have also missed any of the assignments from assignment 2, 3, or 4, you can also write assignment 5 as your supplementary exam. If you are happy with your marks in assignment 1, 2, 3, and 4, there is no need for you to write assignment 5. There is also no need for you to write to us and say, I want to write assignment 5. You don't need our permission. It's up to you. You decide that because of this, I want to write assignment 5, and you do assignment 5 right away. I also want to emphasize the usual, that there is a study guide, there is a tutorial letter, there is a list of e-reserves that are available on from UNISA library. There are also recommended books which you should not buy. But we also provide information on my UNISA notices. Please, please, please make sure that at least once or twice in a week, you go to notices and check what is there so that you are also up to date. I want to emphasize once more that your lecturers are your first point of contact. Students, it's so disturbing that you find an email coming from somewhere else instead of students writing to us. For sure, if you feel that we are neglecting you, which is something we don't do, then you can send the email to Mr. Madubanya, And if Mr. Madubane also doesn't assist you, then you can send your email to Dr. Mtitswe, who is the chair of the department. In that way, your issue will be attended. But your first point of contact are your lecturers. I am worried about students who send me emails and say, can I have your email address? That is also embarrassing. Our email addresses are in tutorial letter 101. I know that Dr. Johnson's email address is not in the tutorial letter, but it is on my notices. I introduced her when she joined the module and provided her contact. There is also a WhatsApp group for this module. I'm worried about students who are not part. It's not compulsory, but it is a useful platform where students can engage with lecturers and talk to other students. We have noticed that some of the problems that students or some students experience can also be solved by other students in WhatsApp group. We firmly encourage students with disabilities in this module to speak to us in case they are experiencing challenges. I have gone through the list of those students and attempted to contact some, even though others did not respond to my email, but the assistance is available to us. Please communicate with us and also communicate, if it is possible, with our suite, which is responsible for the support to students with disabilities. It doesn't mean that they are the only people responsible for that. As lecturers, if you disclose your disability to us, it also gives us an idea so that we can provide appropriate support. There is also a support tool that we provided from our department. It is in your tutorial letter. It gives you the names and emails of people that you can contact for different issues that you might experience. Remember that whenever you communicate with us as lecturers or with Mr. Madubane or with our COD or with anyone, use my life email address. Sometimes emails that are sent from students' personal emails are not delivered on our side, or they go straight to junk mail and we don't find them. And next time you're complaining that we don't respond to your issue, whereas the email was sent from your personal email and we have never seen it. I think now most of you understand why this is emphasized. In conclusion, I want to emphasize that please make us your first contact, use your My Life address, and also separate issues. There are issues that students post on on our WhatsApp group, which can be better addressed if they could have written an email to us. That's why I sometimes caution some students and say, please send us an email to this. This issue should be recorded in our emails so that we both had evidence on how we dealt with this issue. I wish to commend you for the work and effort that you have put in assignment 3, in spite of the difficulties that some of you experienced, but we are so happy that you managed to pull the strings and submitted your assignment on time. We are busy working on marking assignment 2, and we hope that will be finalized not so long ago. Thank you so much. Just make sure that you enjoy your studies. Thank you. Bye.